Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Aapl, Wynn, and Baba. We look at the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. So let's get right into the Aapl trade. We do have a short-term trade on this in our short-term scalping account, and we have more of a, not a long-term trade, but maybe a couple-month hold on our swing trade account as well. We have two accounts here, guys. One for swing trading, one for intraday and a little bit of scalping and a little more short-term trades, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, stuff like that. But again, I cannot say enough, no more than 10% position in your total portfolio in any position or any trade. Right now we're going half-size trades, just slowly inching in these, especially the high flyers like this one, and just taking it one step at a time. Our average position on our swing trade on Aapl is 141.91. So we're a little bit out of the water, nothing big. We still don't have a 10% position, so this one can go up a little bit more. I want to make sure I have a wide enough stop, so if this thing hits the even number of 150, I want to make sure we can add more there short. Right now, nothing wrong. Bullish consolidation. The only problem is I have light volume. 56 million on the SPY. This thing can keep floating up. That's the problem with the trade right now. It's not a problem. We have light positions, not a big deal. And our other short-term trade, we're at 143, so I'm not really worried about that one. It's a dollar something out, not a big deal. We are in shares. We're not in options. If we were in options, we'd be getting our butt kicked if we're trying to buy puts. But we're in shares. We're okay with this trade. If you look at the monthly chart on Aapl, getting a little bit stretched, and that's the reason why we're trying to play this one. Again, we have time on these trades. Take it slow and steady when you're adding with us, and just make sure you're not overloading the boat on these trades. That I cannot say enough, guys. Just take it easy. If you want to get interested in this trade, you can as a short. Think about it this way. If you have $20,000 in your portfolio and that's your full position, you can start with 10 and then go 5 and 5. Or you can start with a quarter, go 5, 10, 15, 20, do 4 ads. You know, just do that, knowing that if it does go up, know your stop. You got to stop out and take the loss. Not a big deal. So as long as we're banging out trades, making money, getting winners, a couple losers here and there, doesn't matter. We're hoping to do, you know, a couple hundred trades a year. If we have 50 losers and 150 winners, we're fine. Especially if we go for 5, 10%, you know, on a loss or a win, and just keep rinsing and repeating, guys. That's what we do here. All right, let's look at Wynn. Same thing on Wynn. We have a short-term trade. We're getting our butts kicked on this a little bit, but again, the right size position. When this thing went up in here, we shorted, came back in, we covered, went back up, we started adding again, adding again. Right now, our average price is right around 110. We added more at 114 right in this area when it popped up. So we did get it up a little bit. But our swing trade on Wynn, we're at an average price of 116.98, so we're still doing okay. And look at this action today, or the other day. We couldn't get above the pivot at 117.40, came right back in. I'm liking that. But we got to see how this thing sets up. Does it come in, set up this way, underneath this, in a bearish consolidation, because you are an inside bar sideways. If it was up on top, then I'd look for a wedge and possibly higher prices. So right now, nothing really to do. Let's see if we get, pop up here. If we do pop up, we could possibly move higher. But again, we'll look at the weekly and the monthly chart. You still are above the moving averages, still a strong stance. But see how it's just chopping up on no volume? I got to see a pattern. There is no bullish pattern. This was a nice little retrace and another pop up to put the puts in pain. Again, guys, we are in shares in this. Not a big deal. Our swing trade's fine. Our short-term trade's a little bit out of the water. But again, just like Tesla, just like all these, U.S. Steel, we've traded this one a bunch of times. Channeled, short, short, cover, short, cover, short, covered half, boom, going up, adding more. Our average price is up in here. Again, not out of the woods, still a strong stock coming off of a bullish base. Let's see what happens here. Until it gets above the 1740, if you go into this was a breakdown area. My big area is 131.76. I do not want to miss this trade when it comes in. So we started adding a swing trade as well, with a little more room up on top here just in case if it makes it there. These markets are marked, on the 56 million on the SPY. You get stocks like this, you just take off. You get a little bit of good news, it rips up. You get a little bad news, it rips down. Just got to be careful when you're trying to trade these stocks. I can't chase this thing up here, guys. If you wanted to go long, it would have been down in here around $85, $90 area. But for me, I'm shorting these things. Monthly chart. Monthly chart tells a bigger picture. You're down, you're sideways. It's trying to get above this big breakdown area. It's trying. Let's see what we do on the monthly close as well. We're following more closely on the weekly charts on these guys because these are high flyers. That's how I'm playing these charts. You know, daily, you could get that one pop up. If you stop out, then the next day it comes right back in. I want to see weekly closes on this in certain areas. Then we'll possibly stop out on Wynn. Right now, we're fine. No big deal. We're not in options. Who cares? Small positions, wide stops. That's how we're rolling. Baba. Baba, we did enter a trade on this one. We did do a swing trade. Our entry price is a couple days ago at 109.80. We're at 107.52. So far, so good. We're still into some big resistance. You got to think, guys, when we broke down here, how many people were stuck here? When we broke down here, how many people were stuck there? All the people that are stuck holding the bags, they sometimes become sellers, saying, you know what, I held this thing, a lot of pain, came up, I'm taking my small loss, and I'm saying thank you very much, comes back in, goes right back up. This guy who did here was like, oh my gosh, it's going down, now it's right back up. So sometimes they just, you know what, give me my small profit, I'm out, thank you very much. That's when you want to short these stocks. It's a little extended on the monthly, it's a little extended on the weekly. And, you know, in the resistance, and this pattern's weak. You want a more of a wedge into the 20 and then the pop. This float up on no volume is weak. You need more of a push than that. You had some choppy, sloppy action on Baba, and I believe that was just shaking people up and down, especially right here. So everyone got bullish. Oh, man, here we go. And then they drop it in their face. They get everybody back on board. So everyone who bought here, sold here, they chased it back there. Go, 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 go. We're still in this inside bar. Never confirmed above, came right back in, and now we're back in that bar. Till it confirms above, 110, still short in this thing. Don't care. You know, we might get some news. These are news-driven stocks, or tomorrow we might get the lip service in the market with the Fed stuff and the ADP report or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, guys, these are all high flyers. Eventually, when the markets pull back, these will come back in. Again, you know, target, you know, this can easily, if this thing rips below here, bullish, you need to stay above here. Bearish, you need to start cracking these levels, fill the gaps, fill the gap down here, and then you'll start taking off to the downside. There's a big gap here, you know, some gaps down there. But again, one day at a time, nothing wrong. We are short, a couple bucks in the trade. We get 3, 4 more bucks, we'll pull off half, we'll protect it. Goes another 3, 4, 5 bucks, we'll pull the rest off, and we're done. And most likely, if we do pull it off, it'll start heading down lower. They always do. Sometimes, that is. So, all right, guys, if you like my videos, go to my StockBookie.com site, sign up for a free membership. You'll get videos like this. You'll get email alerts before we go live. We've been doing live sessions for a couple hours intraday. We just go through stocks, people throw out symbols. We try to analyze which way stocks go up and down. It's been really fun. We've been getting some good trades out there. And one more thing, like I showed in the other one, look at the SPX, guys. The reasons we're shorting these charts, because we're at the all-time highs, guys. You gotta short stocks when you're at the highs. I will have my bull costume on eventually. Housing or the dot-com crisis, housing crisis, and here we are at the top again, guys. Is this a top? I don't know. Let's see if we could crack through the 2,400 number. But until we crack through that number and confirm, I'm shorting these markets, guys. I'm picking on the high flyers, the one that keep going up, 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 up. I'm going to keep adding shorts. Just like if this thing comes crashing down, the one stock, when this thing comes down, if it does, and starts to bounce wherever it bounces, I'm going to find the stocks that keep going lower. As the SPY goes higher, those are the ones I want to get interested in on long. Let this thing bounce. The stocks that keep going lower, you got to find good support. And if the markets continue higher, those will go back up. Just like the ones that are going really high right now, these markets pull back. Those high flyers will pull back. That's why we're shorting all these high-flying stocks. All right, guys, if you like the videos, like I said, go to StockBookie.com, sign up for the free membership, and you'll get stuff like this, a little education, a little bit of fun, and just trying to find the next best trade for you guys. So, all right, thanks again for watching my videos. God bless. See you on the charts.